Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we talked about some general tips for writing perfect answers in English exam. Today, I am going to continue with the topic and give you some more specific advice. So without further ado, let's continue. In the previous videos, we discussed why do you score less even when you have written exactly what is written in the textbook, and why do you score less even when you write exactly what had been dictated by the teacher during the class, with some possible solutions, right? Now here are my next top tips for writing the perfect answers to ace your English grades. First, let's discuss why do you score less even when you develop and write your own answers after referring to the notes taken during the lecture. Even if you take notes from lectures and develop your own answers in good English, there are still some possible reasons why you might score less in the subject. Here are few of them. The first one is that you might not have understood the material properly. Then, there is a lack of clarity in the answers. Next, you might have chosen the wrong words. And you might have used spoken English instead of written English. This point we have discussed in the last video as well. Right? Let's delve deep into it. First, let's see how to get over these errors. See, even if you are able to take good notes and write clear and concise answers, you may not have fully understood the material. Okay, this could be due to a number of factors such as the difficulty of the material, your learning style, or the quality of teaching. So what you have to do is, you have to read the text carefully and understand its deeper meaning. Don't always go on the face value. Alright? Ask a mentor for help or search online for your clarity about the material. Then make a draft of what you have understood after reading the material and ask your teacher's feedback. You have to always check that your understanding is proper. Next is lack of clarity in the answers. How to improve them? First, organize your thoughts. Use the mind mapping method maybe. Then this is very important, use simple language, like avoid using jargons or technical terms. Be specific. Don't just say like this is good. Explain why it is good. Avoid using passive voice because it makes your writing sound weak and indirect. Rather, always use active voice. Break up your text. Yes, don't write long, unbroken paragraphs. Break up your text into shorter paragraphs so that it is easier to read and understand. Use transition words. We have discussed about the transition words in the previous video, so check it again. This helps you to connect your ideas and make your writing flow more smoothly. The next error is the word choice errors. Now, how to improve the word choice errors while writing answers? First, use a dictionary or thesaurus. This is the most obvious way to check your word choice as well, because a dictionary will give you the definition of a word, while a thesaurus will give you a list of synonyms and antonyms for the word. Then, pay attention to the context. When you are choosing a word, it is important to consider the context in which you are using it. For example, the word nice can mean different things depending on the context. In some context, it means pleasant or agreeable, right? Like nice idea. In other context, it means kind or generous, like he is a nice man. Understood? Okay. Next, be aware of your own biases. Yes, do not use negative words at any point of time. We all have our own biases, and these can sometimes affect our word choice. For example, if you are biased against a certain group of people, you may be more likely to use negative words to describe them. So it is important to be aware of your own biases so that you can avoid using them in your writing. Next comes using of specific words. Instead of using general words, you should use specific words because this makes your writing more precise and accurate. For example, instead of saying good, you could say excellent or outstanding. Avoid cliches. Cliches are overused phrases that can make your writing sound stale and unoriginal. So try to avoid them in your writing. And then be creative and don't be afraid to experiment with different words and phrases. The more creative you are with your word choice, the more interesting and engaging your writing will be. Alright? Now, another big mistake that we do while writing is that we write exactly what we think. That is, we write in spoken English instead of written English. Here are some examples. In spoken English, we can simply say, I think the novel is about racism. But in written English, you should write, the novel explores the themes of racism and prejudice. Again, in spoken English, we casually say, the plot is really exciting. This is not a plot of life, it's a plot of a story. In written English, you should write, the plot is fast-paced and suspenseful. Okay, so I hope you will work on these examples and develop your answers. Now let's explore some other factors which affects your writing skills. First, your comprehension skills, your writing skills, and your test-taking skills. Now, in order to master these skills, you have to practice regularly, because the more you practice, the better you will be at hearing, understanding, and writing down dictated materials. Then, always use a grammar checker. A grammar checker can help you to identify and correct common grammatical errors. Now, it is very important to take breaks. Don't go for long hours. Okay? If you find yourself getting tired or frustrated, take a short break. This will help you to stay focused and avoid making careless mistakes. Take practices often. Okay, practice tests are very important because how to do it? You should prepare your own question paper. Okay, set a time for each answer and take the test. And be very vigilant about it. Okay, get it checked as well, so that you don't have that exam fear as well. Reviewing your work once you have finished your writing is very important. This will help you to catch any mistakes that you might have made. Get feedback from others. Ask a friend, family member, or teacher to read your writing and give you feedback. This can be helpful to identify the areas that needs improvement. Okay, and then ensure to make a plan. A plan? Don't worry, I have it for you in the upcoming videos. Now, did you realize that we miss the most important error that we make? The grammatical errors? Yes, right. But don't worry, that's the next step. Watch my upcoming video titled how not to make grammatical errors while writing in English. You will not only understand how not to make the grammatical errors in the video, but I will also give you your perfect plan to develop the writing skills. So just to let you know, this particular series on how to write perfect answers is divided into 4 parts. And I have ensured to curate all of them in a precise but interesting manner. So what are you waiting for? Quickly subscribe to get the new video alert and feel free to contact me over my email. That's all for today. Take care. Have a great day.